Alright, here we go. 5. That will. Alright, so let's get 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start at the top of your mat in Tadasana, ground down evenly through both of your feet. Take a nice deep inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, grab your right wrist with your left hand, inhale a little taller. As you exhale, side bend over towards the left. Inhale, come back through center, switch your hands. As you exhale, side bend over towards the right. Inhale through center, this time cross your right ankle behind your left. Grab your right hand with your left, stretch over to the left. Inhale through center, switch your grip, switch your feet. Exhale, side bend over towards the right. Inhale, come up through center, release your hands. As you exhale, generous bend in the knees, fold yourself forward. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen, straighten the legs. As you exhale, step yourself back into your high plank pose. Modify here however you need to. Ground down evenly through your palms, engage through your legs, lengthen through the back of your neck so you're looking pretty much straight down in between your thumbs. You're going to take 5 slow deep breaths here, expanding through the rib cage as you inhale. Think about filling up your diaphragm, and then as you exhale, drawing up through the center line of the body, drawing your shoulder blades down your back body. You're going to keep your plank pose. You're just going to relax through your right leg and let your right knee hang. And then as you inhale, you'll switch it. Straighten your right leg, let your left knee bend. Let your right knee bend. Let your left knee bend. Find a rhythm here that works for you. Keep breathing nice and slowly in and out through your nose. You're going to keep this little bend and straighten of your knees. You're going to start to shift your hips up towards the sky and bring it into your downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here to walk out the dog. Maybe sway your hips from side to side. And then finding stillness in the center, you're going to inhale, ripple yourself forward into your plank pose. As you exhale, shift forward a little more, lower down chaturanga. You can lower your knees if you need to. Inhale, come straight back to your plank. Exhale, downward dog. We're going to take a couple more of those. Inhale, shift yourself forward. As you exhale, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, press back up to plank. Exhale, downward dog. 2 more on your own. Last one. From here, you're going to look towards the top of the mat and take little baby steps of your feet all the way to the back of your wrists, getting a nice stretching through your hamstrings. We're going to start to pick up the pace with some sun salutations. As you inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale brings you all the way up. Exhale brings you straight back down. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, step, walk or float, chaturanga. Inhale, come straight back to plank. Option for a second chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, down dog. Bend the knees, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk or float, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, make your way through your vinyasa. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. 2 more rounds. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Make your way to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. This time as you inhale, come up into your chair pose. As you exhale, you're going to step your right foot back. Inhale, come up into your crescent lunge. As you exhale, step forward, chair pose. Step the left leg back on your next inhale, open up into your crescent lunge. And then as you exhale, step forward. Right leg back, inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, step forward. Left leg back, inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, step forward. You're going to do 2 more on each side. Come into your chair pose. Take an inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, make your way through vinyasa. Step your right leg to the top of the mat. Inhale, crescent lunge. As you exhale, open out, warrior 2. Reverse your warrior as you inhale. Cartwheel your hands down, find your plank. Exhale. Shift forward into your chaturanga. Inhale into your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Step your left leg forward. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Reverse it as you inhale. Cartwheel your hands down, take it through a vinyasa as you exhale. You do 2 more modified sun Bs like that. Look to the top. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, make your way through your vinyasa. Remember, you can always skip them if you need to. Step your right leg to the top of the mat as you inhale, come up, crescent lunge. Exhale, open out, warrior 2. Reverse it as you inhale. Cartwheel flow through your vinyasa. Exhale. Remember, it's fine if you're not with my pace. Step your left leg forward, inhale into your crescent lunge. Open up, warrior 2, exhale. Reverse it as you inhale. Flow through your vinyasa, exhale. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. We'll take 1 more round like that. Inhale into your chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Right leg steps. Inhale, crescent lunge. Warrior 2, exhale. Reverse, inhale. Vinyasa, exhale. Step your left leg forward as you inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. Reverse, inhale. Vinyasa, exhale. Make your way up to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into your chair pose. As you exhale, press to stand. I'm just going to move my mat so that my slidey surface is open. If you have the kind of surface that slides with your roller or your sliders and you don't need to move your mat, then keep your mat where it is. We're going to start with our right foot on our slider or our little roller. We're going to come back into a lunge. So we're going to start with what's similar to a crescent lunge. So as you inhale, you'll slide that right leg back. Keep it pretty straight. Sweep the arms up. And then as you exhale, pull through the back of your left leg, come to stand. It might help to take your hands to your hips. As you inhale, send the right leg back. Your front shin is perpendicular to the floor. As you exhale, pull your left hip crease back. Engage your left glute, come to stand. Keep going. So what I'm saying when I say pull your left hip crease back is try not to just turn your torso to the right when you come to stand. That's going to be your tendency because it's a little bit easier for your body. I really want you to engage your glute and your hamstring on that left leg when you come to stand. So try and keep your pelvis facing forward. If anything, a little bit biased towards the left. We're going to go for 6 more here. Last one, we're going to hold it out there. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bring your torso forward into your power lunge. Inhale here. As you next exhale, you're going to sweep your arms back, bend the right knee, slide it in towards the left. Inhale into your power lunge. Left leg stays bent the whole time. Exhale, arms back, right foot slides in. Inhale it out. Exhale it in. Inhale it out. You've got 7 more. We're going to hold in that power lunge. Bring your hands down to the floor so that you're in a low lunge. Find your other slider or step your left foot back to meet your right on your little rolly surface. We're going to take pikes. So take an inhale here. Your first option, as you exhale, you'll bend your knees and draw them in towards your chest. And then inhale, send it out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, send it out. Actually, you know what? We're all going to do this for the first round. We're going to do 8 more. And the next round, I'll give you the option to turn this into pikes. This is a bit like trying to drive a bad trolley through a supermarket. The wheels are kind of going all over the place on their own accord. You'll send your legs back. You're going to keep your left foot on your slider or the roller. We're going to step the right foot forward and we're going to come all the way up to standing. Draw that left foot behind you. We're going to set up for the other side. So square yourself off to the front of your mat. As you inhale, you'll slide that left leg back, keeping it relatively straight. And then as you exhale, drive through the back of your right leg, come all the way to stand. Inhale, slide back into your crescent lunge. As you exhale, pull it all the way through. We're going to do 8 more. slide yourself out. Bring yourself into your power lunge. Take an inhale. As you exhale, sweep the arms back. Tuck that left knee towards your chest. And then inhale, slide it out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, slide it out. 8 more. Inhale into your power lunge. As you exhale, bring your fingertips down to the floor. Step your right leg back either onto your slider or your roller. This time I'm going to give you the option for pikes. So you could do the tucks like we did before. Otherwise, you'll keep your legs straight, and as you exhale, you'll draw your feet towards you. Hips pike up to the sky. Press into your hands. And then inhale. Slowly slide it back. Exhale. Pull it in. Inhale, roll it back. We're going to take 8 more here. You'll draw both of your feet in towards you. If you're on your roller, you'll just step off. Same with your sliders. Inhale, come into a halfway lift and lengthen. And then as you exhale, forward fold. Roll yourself all the way up to standing. And we're going to face the side. So I'm going to start with my left foot on my little rolly. You can start with whichever side you want. So square your hips off to now the short edge of your mat. Your leg is going to slide out to the side like a lateral lunge. So as you inhale, send your hips back like a single leg squat. Let your left leg slide out to the side. Really sink down into your hips. So if you look down, your right knee isn't jutting way forward of your toes. I want you to see if you can shift your weight back. Bring your chest up a little bit, but let your torso come forward. As you exhale, really drive into your right leg, squeeze your inner thighs together, and then pull that left foot in towards you. Inhale, you'll slide the left leg away from you, shift your weight back way more than you think you need to, and then exhale, drive into the right leg, pull it all together. We're going for 8 more here. Hands can do whatever you like. I like to reach mine out in front of me as a little counterbalance. One more. We're going to come back into that lunge. You probably won't come as low this time. We're going to stay low in the right leg. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slide the left leg into meter, so it's like you're in a chair. And then inhale, slide it away. Exhale, slide it in. Inhale, slide it away. We've got 8 more. Keep nice and low in that right leg. Bring it all the way in. We're going to take a little side twisted plank variation. So both feet on the sliders if you're using sliders, otherwise both feet on your little roller. You're going to turn your toes towards the left. So heels to the right, toes to the left, but both of your hands are on the mat. So we're in a twisted plank. Chest face down, hips face left. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to tuck your knees in towards your chest. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, tuck your knees to your chest. Inhale, send it long. We've got 8 more. Draw it in as gracefully as you can. You're going to make your way to the other side. So my back's going to be to you. You're going to have your right foot on your slider, the left foot on the mat. As you inhale, send the hips back, chest forward. Remember, sink lower than you think. Get your weight back into your heel, but keep your left toes down. As you exhale, press through the left foot. Draw the inner thighs towards each other. Come to stand. Inhale, come into your lateral lunge. Exhale, come all the way to standing. We've got 8 more here. Last one. We're going to come low, so send your hips back, send it nice and long. Stay low in that left leg. As you exhale, pull the right leg in. Inhale, send it away. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, send it away. 8 more. One more. Bring it all the way in. We're going to do that little twisted plank on the other side. So find your feet on your slideys. Your slideys. Yep, that's what we're going to call them now. Both hands evenly weighted on the floor. Turn your heels to the left, toes to the right. Take an inhale. As you exhale, draw your knees towards your chest. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, send it long. 8 more. Bring it all the way in. You're going to bring your knees down to the mat. We're going to turn it around and we're going to have our hands on our slider or on our roller. So I haven't tried this with this before, so I'm going to see how this goes. This could be interesting. Okay. So one hand on each slider or hands gripping your little rolly thing and test the integrity of this. You're going to be on your knees. If you're super, super strong in advance, you could do this from your toes. I can't do it, but you could go for it. Modified plank pose. We're going to take a roll out here. So as you inhale, you're going to send your hands away from you. Engage your legs. Tuck your butt a little bit. Go as far as you can. Keep your feet down. And then exhale, pull your hands towards you, come all the way back up. You're keeping your elbows straight. As you inhale, send your hands away from you. And then as you exhale, pull everything back to center. Sing has a mind of its own. I'm going to try this trajectory. As you inhale, go long. And then as you exhale, pull it back in. We're going to go for 7 more here. Last one. Beautiful. We're going to stay kneeling. You're going to ground down through your left shin, bring your right foot onto your slider or your roller. So we're going to start with a really small range of movement. This is going to be like a little bit of a stretch. As you inhale, you're going to send your right leg long, like a Ardha Hanumanasana. And then exhale, pull into your heel, engage your hamstring to send it back, or to bring it back to you. Inhale, send your leg away from you. Exhale, bring it back in. If you wanted to make this harder, you would start to lean into the movement a little bit more. So you can start to bring your hips forward as you send that leg long. And then exhale, you'll have to engage your left leg, as well as your right leg to bring it back in. Make sure you don't fall on your face. Inhale. Send everything long. Exhale. Pull it back in. We're going to do 6 more. So the more that you drive your heel down into your slider or your little roller, the more you're going to engage the back of that right hamstring and the harder you'll make it for yourself. Last one. Before we do the other leg, we're going to do an upper body move. Trust me, you're going to thank me for doing this one at a time. So you can be kneeling again. If you are really advanced, then you can do this from a plank position. You're going to have your right hand on your slider and then your left hand underneath your shoulder. Bring yourself down into a modified plank. We're going for a push-up. So you could do a chaturanga or your left elbow could come wide. Your right hand is going to slide out in front of you. So as you inhale, you're going to bend your left elbow. Send the right hand long, come down into like a single arm push-up, and then exhale, pull your right hand towards you as you press the floor away. Again, if you want to do this on your toes, go for it. As you inhale, send the right hand away from you, bend the left elbow, exhale, pull it back in. We're going for 8 more if you can. One more. Bring it all the way in, and we're going to switch it to the other side. So we're going to start with our little hamstring situation. Left foot will go onto your slider. As you inhale, start with just extending the left knee, and then exhale, really dig into that slider, draw your heel towards you. Inhale, extend it. Exhale, draw it in. Your right leg is also working really hard to stabilize you. If you want to add that little bit of a forward shift to deepen into this, then you can take that for your last 8. We're going to come into the push-ups on the other side. So now the slider will go under the left hand. Bring yourself forward into your full plank or your modified plank. As you inhale, bend your right elbow, send the left arm forward. And then exhale, bring it back in. We've got 9 more. Wonderful. From here, we're going to make our way down onto our backs. So you're going to have the slider or sliders under both feet to start with, and then we'll make this a single leg option. So, all right. So we're going to set ourselves up for a bridge. Hands can be down, hands can be floating, whatever is your preference. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring yourself up into your bridge. As you inhale, you're going to slide your heels away from you. Keep your hips up. As you exhale, pull into your heels, slide them back towards you. Hips stay up the whole time. Inhale, slide it away. Exhale, bring it back in. You've got 8 more. Bring your hips down. We're going to take a little bit of a plank move in between our bridge moves. So, you see how we go with this thing. If you've got sliders, I would suggest having 1 foot on each slider. We're coming into a side plank on our right forearm. We're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to draw those knees towards the chest. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, draw the knees towards the chest. Woo. Inhale, send it long. You've got 8 more. This thing has a mind of its own. Stay on your forearms. You're just going to bring your left forearm down and send yourself into a forearm plank. From here, your legs are going to stay straight. You're going to inhale. Think about pressing your arms away from you so your feet will slide back. And then exhale, pull yourself back over your elbows. Inhale, send yourself away. Exhale, pull yourself back in. You've got 8 more. One more. And then we're just going to take it to the other side. So bring your left forearm down, position your feet. Whew. Take an inhale. As you exhale, draw your knees towards your chest. Inhale, send them away. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, send it away. 8 more. And then bring it back in. You're going to make your way back onto your back. No graceful transitions here, but that's okay. You're going to have 1 foot on 1 slider. So if what we did before was really hard for you, then you'll stick with that. Otherwise, you're going to bring your favorite foot onto your slider, and then you're going to float your other leg up into a tabletop. We're coming back into our bridge, so keep your heel nice and close to your butt to start with. Take an inhale. As you exhale, press yourself up into bridge. As you inhale, slide the leg along. Exhale, bring it in. Ooh, it's going to be hard. Inhale, slide it along. Exhale, bring it in. We're going to aim for 8 more. Switch feet. Don't even think about it, just do it. Roll it, slider comes underneath your other foot. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bridge. Inhale, send your foot away. Exhale, bring it in. 9 more. Bring it in, set it down. You'll stretch your, You'll stretch your left leg up towards the sky. Just take a little point and flex through your toes. And then switch it out. Take your right leg up to the sky, straighten, point and flex. Beautiful. And we're just going to use our sliders to do a little bit of a stretch. So you're going to roll yourself back up onto your hands and knees. And we're going to come into a puppy pose. So 1 hand on each slider or both hands on your little roller. And you're just going to let your hands slide forward. Keep your hips above your heels. And just let your chest and forehead sink towards the floor. I would prefer that you brought your forehead to the floor as opposed to your chin, just so that you're not kind of cranking in through your neck, but do what feels most comfortable for you. And when you're here, you can play around with sliding your hands over towards the right and drawing your right hip crease back. And sliding them over towards the left, bringing the left hip crease back. You could stay in this puppy pose, or you could kind of roll through it. So as you exhale, think about tucking your tailbone under and just rolling up your spine, letting your hands slide towards your knees, and then inhale, just reversing that movement, slowly sliding it back out. And you give you several more rounds of breath here to find what feels good for you. I like to move in it, but you can stay in stillness if you like. one more cycle of breath here. From here, you'll come into a tabletop. You don't have to use a slider, but a slider can be nice here. Bring the back of your right hand to your slider. You're just going to thread that right arm. Just wash my back properly. Just thread your right arm underneath the left, coming into a thread the needle. And once again, you could just stay here, or I like to move in and out of the movement. Maybe send your arm at different angles towards the top of your room, towards the back of your room. We take 3 more breaths here. Find movement that feels good for you. And then switch it out. Plant your right hand back of the left hand comes to your slider. And take about 6 rounds of breath, either moving or holding in your thread needle. More. The last stretch we're going to take here is going to be for your inner thighs. So take care with this. Make sure that you're not on a super slippery surface and you're just going to slide out into a split if you're not prepared for it. You're going to bring your left knee onto a slider. If you've got 2 sliders, you could bring one knee to both sliders and slide out from there. We're going to come towards what looks like a frog pose. So just let that left leg slide out nice and wide. And once again, you can stay here or find movement in it. So you could bring it in and out. You could play around with being out there and then moving your leg towards the back of the room, towards the front of the room. The nice thing about having sliders or wheels is that it's much easier to move within a position. So be curious, find what feels the best in your body. And take 2 more breaths on this side. And then we're going to take it to the other side. So you'll bring your right knee onto your slider or your roller. And then the same thing, we'll take about 5 breaths, knowing that this side might be different to the other side, especially if you're on a little bit of an elevated surface. The stretch might feel different from one side to the other. You'll slide that in. You can get rid of your sliders or you can have them out in front of you. Last thing here, you're going to come into a comfortable seated position. If you like to take double pigeon, you can certainly go there. Hands on your sliders out in front of you. If you have the mobility, you're just going to let yourself fold forward, grounding down through your hips, relaxing through your head and your shoulders. And then roll yourself in, and you just cross your legs in the opposite direction. Ouch. And then same thing, just let yourself slide forward. Slowly roll roll yourself all the way back in. Please feel free to take any other movements or stretches that you feel like you need to make your practice complete. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Namaste. Alright. My hair looks like I'm having a party on Main Street. Alright. Alright. Hey everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be a 45-minute level 2, maybe a little bit into a level 3 sliders, or I have no idea what this thing is called, rolly, doily class. So this is just something that we got for free off Temu. And so I thought that I would play around with it. But if you don't have anything like this with wheels, then you could certainly substitute sliders and that would do the same. You could also potentially use whatever you would normally use instead of sliders, paper plates, socks on a slippery floor. You could do a foam roller for a lot of things, just something that's going to move and slide behind you or in front of you. We don't stand on it. We mostly use it for things like lunges and planks and stuff like that. This is more of a kind of Pilates style class, so we do a little bit of yoga flow in the start to warm up, and then it's mostly kind of more structured like what a Pilates class would be structured like. If you enjoy these classes, please remember to like and subscribe and tell a friend, and if you've got comments or feedback, let me know in the comments section below. We are going to get started today at the top of the mat in Tadasana. I'm always really shit at my intros. Kiddos. Alright, shit to do. GoPro, stop recording.